All right, we're gonna get ready to start another day on the flatbed build for the 2006 Chevy Kodiak. It is January 2nd, 2026. Happy New Year. So, I don't remember how long we've been working on this thing. I don't know what the days are. Did some work off camera, show you where we're at. So, all right, so I got down both sides finished. It's hard to see. Light on this side's not very good. So I got down both sides finished. Really proud of how these bends turned out. Those are gonna look awesome when I finish them the rest of the way out. And that bend right there too. Straight as an arrow. Got the sides just stitch welded in for now. I'm gonna wait and do the final welding when I get my boxes in, and I'll probably take it back over there and get it off the truck and all that good stuff. Got this side over here put in too. It's kind of what I'm looking at for my box. One of them there is gonna be, I think it's 18 inches by 24 inches, and I think this one is 18 by 20. So that's what I'm looking at. I still had to run my tubing around the bottom all the way around. Put boxes in. I think I'm going to take the box all the way up to here and then deck over here and then bring it all the way up to the 3/16 decking here and here and here. And then I might follow the curvature of this up. I kind of want a wheel well where there's a space specifically for the tire. I won't put anything in between here where this C channel comes out and where this C channel comes out, right there. I won't put anything further up than that, or maybe just right there, maybe just at the center. I don't know yet. We'll get it up there and see how it looks. Yeah, I may just leave the center open. I don't know. As I said, we'll see. Get the rest of these the rest of the way in. What I've been working on here lately is my bracket tree for my hitch. So I got two of these cut. This is out of 3/8 plate. Those are gonna attach on the outside here and the outside here. And then I cut these, the 4x4 is gonna pass through. The 4x4 will pass through the square, and these will sit like that with the 4x4 passing through. And I'm gonna weld those to the inside here and to the inside here. And then I'll brace between them. I'm going to use some of that 3x3 tubing that I was going to use to space the frame up off of the truck rails. I'm going to use some of that. I got a bigger piece over there somewhere, and I'm going to span in between them. And I'll span in between them here and tie it back to these two holes. And then on the bottom of these, I'll tie back a piece of angle iron to that C channel that's already on the truck frame. And then I'll cut whatever the rest of it there is off. Just really trying to brace that hitch real good. So I'm gonna go 4x4, 1/4 inch wall, put my 2.5 inch hitch in it, and then gusset around it kind of like it is here. Not quite that long of a gusset, but same idea. And then I'll have the plate, and then I'll have the 3/16 decking going down, and that'll start a ramp from here down to give it, that's what this piece here is an angle to give it some protection from a rear impact. But I'm not worried about this bed if somebody hits it, because this thing is made out of really tough stuff. So got to get that done, then we can get the sheeting across the back, and that'll kind of tell us how to do our bed, our boxes. I think what I'm probably going to end up doing is taking it back over to the sawhorses, flipping it upside down and doing the boxes from the inside, because I think it'll be easier. I've already got my measurements They're gonna be 20 inches deep, and that'll bring them right to about there and leave me a couple of inches between there and my fuel pump. And then same thing up here, the limiting factor, I gotta take this off, but that's just a exhaust holder anyway, and I'm gonna have to rerun the exhaust regardless, so I'll do that later. But 20 inches will get me an inch or two inside of this suspension support, and then that'll fully box all these areas off. I'm not planning on filling those boxes to the max, but I just want to encompass the space. It's open air anyway, so it's just going to be open air, or I can make it a toolbox. So I'm going to make it a toolbox, and that's what it's going to be. So, all right, well, I'm going to set y'all up here. We're going to goal for today is to get these put on, the two outers, maybe get the 4x4 put in place. I don't know yet. We'll see how far we get. That's the plan for the day. So I'm going to set y'all up and we'll get started. Got this piece of 4x4 cut. It's 37 3/4. That's a little bit off, but it's 37 3/4, and I'm going to get my 2.5 inch hitch, and we're gonna cut a hole right through the middle to put this into. We're gonna go all the way through, weld both sides of it. I may even weld a stiffener across. I've got some rod. I may even weld a stiffener across just to give this a little more structure. So let's find the center, get that wiped off, find the center, and then we'll mark it, and then we will go from there. So I want the 4x4. This is going to be the bottom, to be 1 inch off the bottom and 1 inch off the side is where I want it to sit on both sides. That'll let this piece come around and then give me a little bit of a bumper to slam up against stuff. I might have to cut that deadgum thing off. I don't want to. I'm gonna try not to, but I might end up having to. But let this dry, and then I'll mark 1 inch up and 1 inch back on both sides so that I can have a reference. Alright, so I had a little bit different plan. I cut these little pieces out of a scrap piece I had laying over there, and I'm gonna weld these on to just have it rest on it, and then I'll just weld it to this. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. I'll weld all the way around, all the way around, all the way around, and then set the 4x4 on this little 1/2 inch lip, and that way I can get it held and square and everything else, and then I'll just weld it to the top of it there. But we're gonna check it and make sure they're the same length. All the way around. I gotta cut some more out of the bottom of both of these and then be able to pick it up, and then I'll have to gap something in there and weld it, grind it smooth. So I don't want a huge gap right there. Don't want to cross. So what I need to do is get this set, get these tacked in, bring this up to it. I'm gonna weld probably this piece right here, going across this bottom to give me some space, but it'll also tie all that together too, which won't be a bad thing. Give me a little more stability sideways, and then it'll give me a little smaller gap to fill there. So probably what I'll do is go across with that, weld it in, weld it into the side here, and then butt these up as close as I can to that and then fill the gap. So more cutting, more trimming.